I'm Ryan.
This is the podcast.
This is the Mighty Fish podcast for the week of September 27th, 2016. Welcome back.
Welcome back. It's been a bit.
It's been a little while, and there's a lot to talk about.
So much.
We've seen quite a few movies.
None of them current.
None of them, well, I have. We'll get into that. So, we got a lot to talk about. I'm pretty sure most of them we've both seen. Is there anything glaring that you would like to talk about that you saw this past couple weeks?
I saw Place Beyond the Pines.
Place Beyond the Pines?
Yeah.
It's
the Ryan Gosling, Bradley Cooper, and Ava Mendez picture.
Yes.
It's a fucking good movie, dude.
Good.
And it's one of those ones that tells the story of several lives brought together by one instance. Yeah. And how the instance affected each of those separate lives. It's also got the kid from Chronicle. Okay. The one that goes nuts.
Yes.
The one, Seth?
Nick Osborne.
Harry
Osborne. Nick Osborne. Who the hell is Nick Osborne?
I don't know, dude.
Nick Osborne is a real person.
Nick Osborne is a human.
is a real person.
Somewhere in the world.
You know what? I think that I actually just knew a Nick Osborne when I was in school.
I knew a Josh Osborne.
Well, there we go.
Holy crap, Ryan.
So it is a real person, but I don't think it's a real person of note. I think my psyche randomly was like, Osborne. I know one of them.
Yeah, I got that one on lock.
But, so it's him.
It starts off with Ryan Gosling, and he is a stunt motorcycle rider for a circus, for a carnival. And he ends up... Ava Mendez and him have a past. I don't want to give too much away. Yeah. But there's a child involved, and he quits the circus and decides to stay in the town that he is at, where Ava Mendez is. Because she shows up, they have dinner together, and then she leaves, and he's just like, what the fuck? And then he goes back to talk to her again, and her mom's there, and there's a baby, and finds out that it's his baby.
I gotcha.
And the story goes from there. And then... that part of the story it comes to an end, and then you get introduced to Bradley Cooper's character. Yeah. And then you go with Bradley Cooper's side of the story for a while, and then from then on, it's the aftermath really. Yeah. Of those two people. It's very, very good. The performances are amazing. The story is pretty good. It's a little long. But it's just interesting to see how it's one of those movies. I like those kinds of movies where one needle drop sends the ripples across. Yeah, and it's very, very cool.
And that movie came out this year, right?
Place Beyond the Pines?
Yes.
No, that's an older old flick. That's
few years old.
I want to say shortly after Drive.
I think it's in the past few years.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But, you got your thing on.
Yeah.
But dude, there's one bit of it that stands out really well to me. That I really, really liked, and it's him riding his bike through the woods. It's a dirt bike, so he's riding it through the woods, and there's a guy on a quad riding parallel to him, and it's this whole high speed. It made me think a lot of like some of the Western shots where the dude's riding on a horse and stuff, and he's looking over, and the other dudes, and you're doing it at high speeds and stuff. And
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that one was really cool. And then after that, there was this really cool shot of the dude putting his quad up in his trailer, and then Ryan Gosling comes out, and he's on like a little precipice above, like a little plateau above the little wash where he is. Yeah. And it's a really cool shot because you've got the camera, I think it's down by the car if I remember right, and then he's up on the cliff and he's just sitting there on the it's kind of a heroic looking shot. It's a really, really cool shot. Not a lot of really interesting camera work in it or anything like that, but it's mostly just performance and story driven. Very character.
Yeah, it came out in 2012, so shit, it's almost 5 years old.
Yeah. So no, it's one of those ones that I've always, I need to watch this, watch this. Never got around to doing it, and then one day I was just like, oh shit, this is on. I'm gonna
Yeah,
check
like the
this out.
name's familiar to me for sure, but I just don't even. I don't remember a single thing about it. So
The trailers do not let you. It's one of those ones where the trailer portrays one thing, and then when you see the movie, it's actually completely different because they only focus on Ryan Gosling's story in the movie, and it made you think that Ryan Gosling. It was like a Heat kind of thing with like Bradley Cooper and Ryan Gosling going back and forth the whole time. But that's
yeah.
only
I'll
part of it.
probably just watch it without knowing anything about it because that's in this day and age a rare thing to be
very
able to
rare
do.
to do it. Yeah, no. But if anybody out there hasn't seen it, I really can't recommend it enough. It was a really good movie. I really liked it.
Sweet. Now I will talk about the movie that I have seen that you haven't seen, and then we'll get into the wealth of movies that we've watched together over the past couple weeks.
I think I know what movie you've seen.
Yeah. Coming clean, Josh. I saw The Magnificent Seven.
You son of a bitch. That's not the one I thought.
I saw The Magnificent Seven on Sunday at the old drive-in.
You like that?
There's like me and two other people there.
Oh, really?
People next to us were super annoying though. But
shitty. That's shitty.
But they like left halfway through the movie, so I don't really care. Anyway, it's really good. I really liked it. Super cool. Well, okay, so it's
I like the director.
It's directed by Antoine Fuqua.
Yeah, Training Day.
So you know what kind of stuff he's capable of in the action and just fucking tension too.
Yeah.
He's good at. Amazing standoffs, some cool like Western standbys, good performances all around. I've heard some people don't like Vincent D'Onofrio, and fucking he's super awesome.
I love Vincent D'Onofrio in everything.
His character is a little weird.
Oh yeah,
But,
it's Vincent D'Onofrio. I mean, if he played a normal guy, I would think he was selling out.
So I really liked him. They do a good job of making you not like the bad guy, like immediately.
Good. I like it. I like it when you don't sympathize with the bad guy.
Yes.
I like bad guys, dude.
But after, and yes, and I really liked it too. But after that, and everything's good. All the shots, I was never bored. I was never confused. I never thought any character was doing something stupid or anything like that. But it's probably to its credit, to be completely honest. It's a very simple movie.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
what you think it's about, like, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing with every, because it's based on Seven Samurai.
Yes.
The same thing that the original film was based off of.
Yes.
And I've only seen the original one with Yul Brynner. That's a great movie. But yeah, they're all very simple movies. It's just we're the good guys, they're the bad guys, and we have to save the people caught in the middle.
Yeah.
And I like you said, that's to its credit, and I've always felt that's to its credit too, because it's one of those good old stories of heroism.
Yeah, so you don't walk away going like, wow, but you walk away very satisfied and entertained.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's one I've heard it compared to a lot is 310 to Yuma, how it kind of goes in the more action route with the very simple type of characters and stuff like that. And that I've seen that used as kind of a detractor for it, and I disagree, because I loved that about 310 to Yuma, that Christian Bale's character was so simple, and with you really, I feel like you associate more sometimes with more simple characters.
Yeah, especially when you have an ensemble cast. You can't give everybody all their due, but they do flesh out Ethan Hawke very well. Chris Pratt.
I forgot he was in the movie.
Chris Pratt is very good and not too Chris Pratty.
Good.
They give Denzel a little bit more characterization right near the end, and then overall it's just like, that guy's a badass, this guy's weird, he's cool, let's get this done.
Yeah.
Some of the best standoffs I've seen, and fucking great shots, great sets. The end bit is just nonstop amazing, and
you're also not a fan of westerns.
No, not traditionally.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think
you said, which one did you see? The Cowboys or the Searchers?
The Cowboys, I've seen some.
Yeah.
But like overall, nothing stands out to me. Like that's like my, you know,
Well, 'cause I've been
what I
trying to-
compare others to.
Yeah, because I've been trying to get you to watch the new True Grit
Yeah.
and 310 to Yuma for a long
forever,
time.
and I just haven't done it.
And
So
those are both really good movies.
this gets me interested in watching those because I'm just like, damn, westerns are dope.
Westerns are dope. Oh, well, dude, and we also watched Hateful Eight.
And we did watch the Hateful Eight. I don't know if we ever talked about
And
it.
I don't think we ever talked about Hateful
Yeah,
Eight.
and Hateful Eight was
Jesus Christ.
wasn't
That's
up
not just a good Western. That's just a great movie, dude.
yes.
I am not a big Tarantino fan. And that movie almost makes me think I've been making wrong choices.
Right? And for how long and how slow or boring some people might call it,
Yeah.
that's what kept me interested.
You know what-
in
you
the
know what it made
tension
me think
building
of?
and kept you wondering. And
Yeah.
like,
Well, you know what it made me think of was a more edgy, violent Clue.
yeah.
It's more of just a mystery. It's a murder mystery, really.
And the way that information is finally given to you,
Yeah.
You understand like this character was playing it cool the whole time when he definitely knew something was
Oh,
up.
yeah.
You're like, oh, no wonder, fucking, he definitely knew something
Yeah.
weird was going on, but he played it cool.
Oh, yeah.
And like things are revealed to you in a good and at a good pace in that movie.
And it also doesn't have, I don't know, maybe he's perfected it, but that Reservoir Dogs Pulp Fiction storytelling method where
Yes.
it's a bunch of timelines scattered throughout and it all makes sense.
And that's where your information
But in this
usually
one, I
comes
really
in, yeah.
felt like it all cohesed really well. Like you had the whole beginning bit with Kurt Russell and Sam Jackson, and then there's one part where it takes a big step back.
Yes.
But they led into that big step back.
It's one. That's what I was gonna say. It's one story, and then at the perfect time,
Yeah.
it takes you back. So and it completely changes where you are with the characters. Then you finally get
You start-
which ones are shifty and which ones,
Yeah, you start figuring out the motives, and it really, instead of it just being a style thing, it added more substance.
And where that movie kind of boiled down and ended up being very simple near the end, I will say, yeah, Hateful Eight had more depth to it than something like The
yeah.
Magnificent Seven did, which was more straightforward.
Well, it's a much different movie set in the
Yes.
Western period. That's like
But
that's
almost
like
set at the
that's
same
like
time.
comparing Unforgiven to Tombstone.
Yeah.
Like Tombstone is an action flick that's set in the West. Unforgiven is a character piece, which is Hateful Eight. And Unforgiven, both of those are fantastic films. Tombstone's great. Unforgiven is fantastic. That's probably my favorite Clint Eastwood film. I like Gran Torino a lot, but Unforgiven is probably the best one because it's just you're getting the gunfighter from movies like with 310 to Yuma and Unforgiven and Tombstone and Magnificent Seven. You're getting one of the guys from that group of people in his twilight years and just not being what he used to be.
Yeah.
And it's, having settled down and stuff like that. And it's really, really good. It's really, really good. And being forced to be that guy again at such an old age. It's really good.
But I would definitely recommend Magnificent Seven. It didn't let me down. Probably going to watch it again. So you'll have to go see it.
I definitely want to see it. I wanted, dude, that was one that I had completely, I had heard about earlier this year, like super early, like around the first of the year that it was coming out. And I fucking totally spaced on it. And then I saw a TV spot for it randomly a couple weeks ago and was like, holy fuck, I forgot. I wanted to see that.
Yeah.
This is Denzel Washington. It's Ethan Hawke and it's Anton Fuqua.
Yes.
And
the screenplay was done by somebody in Nick Palazzo.
Ooh.
Yeah, so.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. And I mean, we love True Detective.
Yes.
So.
I mean, he didn't do such a bang-up job with the second season, but the first season is still...
Well, there was a lot of things going wrong with season 2. There was studio pressure. There was the hype, which was never going to happen again.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
There was never going to be the first season.
But we know what he can do, fucking, from the first season with a good director in his writing.
Oh, yeah,
so.
yeah. No, I don't not... I have not lost faith in Nick Palazzo at all. I still think he's capable of creating a solid product.
Yeah, and especially after this, I'm just like, cool.
Yeah.
He's still doing good
Well,
stuff.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I'm glad that there's a Western out there that's joined your handful of good ones. Because I know you really, I think it's The Cowboys you told me that you really, really like. And The Cowboys is a good movie.
I do like The Cowboys.
The Cowboys is really, really good, dude.
So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's just good old entertainment.
Yeah. Dude, it's a dude with a 6-shooter. He's got to fucking save the day, you know?
Yeah, like I don't want to spoil too much, but I really like Ethan Hawke and Ethan Hawke's dude. Like Ethan Hawke has a buddy.
Oh, okay.
So their story is probably their story and how I think he's the only one that's actually old friends with Denzel.
Yeah.
So like that's a good bit of character that I like. Chris Pratt's kind of just there. Like most of the people are just there because they're the good guys.
Yeah, because they've got to. Yeah, well, that's the thing is just he went around and gathered up all the dudes that he knew were good at what they did.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I would recommend it. Well,
Three Amigos is a play on that movie, and it's Three Amigos is just if you're
it's been a while since I've seen Three Amigos.
Oh my god, Three Amigos is still one.
That's
of
the one
my
with the
favorite
infamous
movies.
joke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember enjoying it.
I like these guys. They're funny guys. Kill one of them. No, dude. That one. If anybody has not seen Three Amigos, you need to fix that right now, dude. It's one of Martin Short's best performances, one of Chevy Chase's best performances. It's typical for Steve Martin. I mean, if you knew Steve Martin back in the day,
yeah, Steve Martin is
before he started he started phoning it in with like Father of the Bride and stuff like that.
Father of the Bride,
which he still is always like the best part of those.
I can't remember
movies.
what the Queen Latifah one was called.
Oh, it's not Last Holiday.
No.
That's the one with Eugene Levy.
With
You got me straight tripping, boo.
So, yeah, definitely go check those out. Now, Josh, let's keep things moving along because we got a lot. Do you want to talk about a movie?
We got ground to cover.
Do you want to talk about one of the movies we've seen together that we liked, or would you like to talk about the one that we did not like?
What was the one we didn't like?
Midnight Special. I guess we're gonna go with it since I brought it up.
Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, well, because then we can start with that and then end with the other one. Oh, and then I also saw. Okay, never mind. After we talk about.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll throw it in at the end.
Yeah. Oh God, we're keeping them on edge right now.
Yeah, we finally watched. Well, you're a huge fan of Mud.
I fucking love Mud. I like Jeff Nichols.
I've been pissing you off by refusing to watch it. For so
dude,
long.
you've been killing me, man. It's been a year.
It's been a couple years.
Has it been a couple years?
Almost
Jesus,
now,
dude.
yeah.
No, Mud is so fantastic. It's a modern Tom Sawyer, Huck Finn, dude, and it's so good. And you've just been lackadaisical about it. I recommend stuff to you, and then you spit in my face.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about Mud. I don't know what it is about both the movies because we had
you drug your feet on this one too.
I've had Midnight Special for a while, and I'm just like, I don't know. I think that one's going to be a little much. I think it's going to be a little much. I think it's going to be a little much.
Yeah.
Not only is it a little much, but it's not very good.
It's a little less as well. Yeah, dude. Having watched both and enjoyed one so very much, Midnight Special does not compare. And I haven't seen the other movies that Jeff Nichols has done. He is a new thing for me.
Yeah, and I thought that Mud was like his first big thing.
No, he did a couple other ones with Michael Shannon as the main character.
Oh, okay.
One is something Shotgun. I can't think of the name of it. And then there's another one, and I can't think of the title of it, but it's Michael Shannon is seeing things, and he thinks it's apocalyptic visions.
Okay.
Has
he written all of these as well?
I think he's written and directed.
Because I know he wrote Mud,
yeah,
and he wrote this,
yeah.
So I will admit that there were some very well done and well directed scenes. Mm-hmm. This movie falls on its face because of bad writing.
Yeah, bad choices, really.
Yeah. Which falls into bad writing.
Yeah. No, just bad choices in the writing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's just you're really supposed. The driving relationship of the movie is supposed to be the father and son.
Yes.
And it is occasionally.
Yes. You're right. Bad choices. So what he did that I can pinpoint that really pissed me off was purposefully obfuscating shit.
Yeah. We were talking about that the other night.
To make you guess, and I think, or to make you go like, oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference between leaving stuff open to an interpretation.
Yeah. Which all that stuff's fun.
Which is fine. I love that. I love being able to speculate and come up with my own theories. This is just...
I'm not talking about the stuff that ends open-ended. I'm talking about the stuff that's like, huh? I wonder what that's about. And then you're supposed to be like, oh, because right when they would like give you a hint, I would fucking immediately figure out what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Then it would happen, and I'd be like, okay, but why?
Yeah.
Like, let's get.
Yeah. Well,
to
that's what we were saying
here.
the other day. We got the how.
Yeah.
But we didn't get the why.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right.
We'll just go straight spoilers because don't watch it. I honestly wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't recommend it.
It's a hard watch.
It's very long, and it drags.
There's some crazy imagery in it, and there's some good scenes.
If there's one thing that I really could recommend for the movie, and I was telling you the other night when we watched it, was Lucas, the guy they get to be the bodyguard, the state trooper. Him and the kid, their relationship is really interesting. Lucas was just a very interesting character. Nobody else was.
Yeah. Because he was the only one who was like, that. Oh my God. You know what this suffers from? This suffers from prequel syndrome.
Yeah.
Where everybody knows what's going on, so nobody talks about it except for Lucas. Because he's the only one on the outside.
And that's the story that that's why I was trying to talk about being obscure and stuff like that. Because there's an implied history, and there's been so much that's gone on before, but they don't spend enough time hinting at it or developing any of the past to where you don't really care. Like, you just know that it happened before, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then they had a character that was perfect for revealing some of these things in Adam Driver.
Yeah.
And he would ask questions, and then people would answer them, and then it would cut to a different scene.
Yeah.
And then it would come back to him later, and people would be like, you're the expert on this now. And it's like, why?
Yeah.
He never asked follow-up questions. He would just be like, they'd tell him something weird, and then he wouldn't ask for an explanation.
You never got to dwell on the weird thing. It's like I said, you know he figured it out. He figured it out.
Yeah.
But you never got to watch him figure it out.
Exactly.
Like, he just figures it out.
And I'm not saying I need to have my hand held. I'm into big boy storytelling.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing was, I was so easily able to piece together what the movie told you that I figured they should have had something deeper. Like, if that's what they thought their deepness was, first of all, there's a fucking metaphor between the kid and Superman that is so not subtle.
No.
And so dumb that I'm like, this was supposed to be the big reveal, I think.
Yeah.
The sunrise.
Yeah.
And I didn't care. Because then it just cut away. And then he's telling Lucas, so I'm like an alien or something.
Yeah, there's like a world, and I'm from that world.
And I'm from that world.
Which
he's like,
doesn't make any sense because
he's human.
Meet both of his parents.
You have both of his parents. Kirsten Dunst, who, good in the movie.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Me too. The thing and like I'm getting all scatterbrained again.
Yeah, well, the movie is
just at the end of the movie. I think they try to plant a clue that he's not from here.
Yes. But why does he not have these problems?
Why does he not have the problems?
Or did the... Hang on. I may have
start
found
off...
a revelation here.
Okay.
So it starts with a cult.
Yeah.
Who is clearly worshiping this child.
They don't matter, by the way.
And they don't matter. Other than to honestly affect in a negative way, the storytelling, because like I said, everybody's in the know, so nobody talks about anything.
Except for Adam Driver, and he's supposed to be your vehicle. I felt like him and Lucas were supposed to be our vehicle into the movie, and Lucas is already there.
Yeah.
And so, like, he felt rounded, and you got it with him. But with Adam Driver, he just kind of doop, doop, doop. Oh, I got it.
Got it.
You know, and it's like...
That scene was hilarious. But,
we'll get into that in a minute.
Anyway, so there's the cult, and they worship this kid, from what you can tell.
The cult needed a bigger presence.
Yes, but then you find out that this cult existed when the kid's dad was a child. And that his parents took him to this cult.
Yeah. Michael Shannon. When Michael Shannon was a child, Lucas and him are friends from childhood.
Yes.
And Lucas explains that when Michael Shannon and him stopped being friends was when his parents took him to join the cult.
Yes. But when we were introduced to the cult, they're
worshiping the kid.
They worship the kid.
Everything he says is their scripture.
They read his shit off as scripture, yes.
Which, by the way, is just radio stations.
Yeah. Government
satellite encryption and radio wave and radio stations. They think he's speaking in tongues, and but then like Michael Shannon knows he can do this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, dude. As we're talking about it now, I'm trying to figure out like were the seeds laid that he knew all this.
Well, this is what I was gonna say. I wonder if the cult started with Michael Shannon being the first kid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then like...
But he said, like, I saw the world. But did he have any of these problems? He didn't have any of these problems.
Any of these problems. There was never alluded to that he shared these problems. It never alluded to that he had overcome these problems. The kid's dying for the whole movie.
Yeah, he's looking rough.
Because during the daytime, he would have fits. The ground starts shaking. He shoots laser beams out of his eyes. He freaks out. So they started keeping him asleep at day and having him wake up at night. He wears goggles. He has headphones to desensitize him. But then one day he tells Michael, at some point in the journey, he tells Michael Shannon, his pop, hey, I gotta go out in the sunlight. And he's like, it'll fucking kill you. And he's just like, trust me. So they take him out in the sun. They bring him back. He looks better. Everything's great. There's a big orange explosion.
And he's fine. And then he says...
And then he's like, by the way, I'm an alien.
I'm from a different place, and I think I need to go there. So we need to go to this place that a guy figured out from me reading government-encrypted radio waves where it is at a certain time, which the cult thought was Judgment Day.
Yeah, the cult thought it was Judgment Day, and as long as they were with him, they'd all be spared, and they get to go to heaven.
Yeah.
Because they think that the city is heaven.
Yes.
They're going to that place the whole movie. The kid knows where they're going the whole time, and they know where they're going the whole time. Adam Driver does not know where they're going. Until he tells us that he's like, none of this means anything. He was just looking for a location, and he heard the word coordinates. Yeah. So he started listening to coordinates and talking about them.
He circles 80 degrees?
He circles 41 degrees and 32 degrees. With a red marker, I think that's what it was, yeah. With a red marker, and sits down and goes, interesting. Some lady comes in the room and is like, they want us to move again. Did you want a sandwich or something like that? And then he's just like, I know where they're going. And it was like, how? Like, there was like, and it's like you're saying, I don't need you to hold my fucking hand, but there needs to be a process of him actually figuring it out instead of just going, you just heard coordinates and that's how you find stuff. There you go.
The viewer did not have a proper vessel into this story where everybody was on the inside.
Yeah, everybody knew. You didn't know.
You didn't know.
Yeah.
And it doesn't...
And normally that's interesting because there's always at least a point in the movie where you... Yes. And it's the big dawning moment for you. And it all makes sense. This never had that dawning moment.
There was nothing that needed to make sense. We got what was going on. We just thought it was at some point going to be like a revelation. Yeah. But it wasn't. No. He just goes to live with the glowy people. Why is he a glowy person? We had his two human parents, and he looks normal in our world, but and he was still a kid at the big reveal of the big city.
Yeah.
And they were all still glowing.
Which just looks like concept art and is entirely empty.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was really weird.
Yeah, it was. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either, dude. I remember when I saw trailers, I was like, this looks amazing. Oh my God, this is going to be amazing.
I was with you.
And then I was like, holy crap, it's by the guy that did Mud. I fucking love Mud.
Yeah.
This is going to be super cool. And then it just fell so short, dude, because I don't need you to explain everything to me. I'll figure it out. And that's like you're saying. We figured it out. You know what's going on the whole time.
Yeah.
But they're telling this story, and you want to you want to be in the story. You want to follow the story. You don't want to just know how.
You want to know what this means. You want to know, and there's a little bit at the end where it's just like everybody kind of knows now, since everybody on the eastern seaboard saw this go down.
Yeah.
But they're still giving Lucas and his pops a hard time.
Roy, that was his name. Yeah,
a hard time, and then fucking he just is gone now.
Kirsten Dunst is going to cut and dye her hair, and she's real happy about it. Which, implied to me that there was, she didn't like being in the cult. I mean, she had left the cult at some point, obviously. But it was alluded to that she was kicked out.
Yeah, and everybody liked the cult, but they liked what the kid did, where he would laser beam eye them, and they said they felt super cool.
They felt comfort.
And I thought that they were using the kid to do that, it was they were kind of abusing him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Lucas was he sat me down and just did it to me.
Yeah, and then Lucas is I did it,
and then I
he
knew.
did that, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Why? What are these? So are
we
these?
Never. Well, that's why I said the other night. We never saw what they saw. And we never got the feel. It looked horrifying when he was doing it to the old man in the house.
I'm going to look up this director. The more I start thinking about this, the more it's starting to reek of Scientology. Because, yeah.
That's funny.
Negative feelings, and he's from the good spirits. And,
the world on top of our world and all that nonsense. No, Zarbons.
I don't know what
it's
they're
been
called.
12 Zarbons.
It's been Zarbons, bro.
It's been Zarbons, bro. No, it's just, this movie is very much in the vein of K-Pax.
Yes.
And Starman. And I really recommend you watch those instead if you haven't seen those. Starman is almost exactly the same story. He's an alien and they have to get him back home, so he goes on a road trip. But K-Pax is more like the kid. Kevin Spacey's character is a lot more like the kid. Funny enough, Jeff Bridges in both films. In K-Pax, he plays the therapist, and in Starman, he plays the Star Man.
The Star Man.
The Star Man. Are you really looking the guy up right now?
No.
Is he Scientologist?
So, yeah, I mean, that was a disappointment, but it's not going to stop me from watching Mud, because like I said, there's some good direction, and...
Oh, yeah, no, it was a very pretty movie, and...
It was a little dark, but yeah.
Yeah, but I felt like that was some kind of metaphor.
It was something
about the light.
Because they're halfway through, you get into the light. It's almost daytime past that
It's
point.
daytime almost all the time after that,
Yeah. So, yeah. Wow, that doesn't help me at all.
I really, really liked the scene at the gas station when he brings the satellite down.
Yes.
That was...
Yeah, some shit, like I said, things were going in a cool direction.
Yeah.
Then I was like, wow, you're just revealing that it is as straightforward and boring as I thought it was.
Yeah, it really is just that. All right.
And it's almost he's bored with it. I'm from another place. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. We got to go in the woods. Because, whatever.
So that was a little bit of a disappointment, but we also watched some other stuff.
Yeah, we watched a couple other things.
You go ahead and pick, Josh. I've been running the show here.
Jungle Book?
Jungle Book?
Jungle Book?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Jungle Book was... I I thought I would like that. I knew I would like that movie.
Yeah,
I
'cause it's the
didn't
Jungle
know that I would like it as much as I did, though. It stands apart from the cartoon very much so.
I agree completely. I was very pessimistic about the
You
whole
were very
thing.
upset.
Everybody says it's good, and I said, of course they do. It's the Jungle Book.
It's the Jungle Book. I've seen it.
I've seen the Jungle Book, man.
Yeah.
But it does stand apart from.
It's
from
very
that,
different.
And so good on its own.
Very, very cool. It's kind of the only real big complaint I have is that he only seemed to go like 5 feet from where he lived.
The jungle doesn't seem as vast as they make you think. And he doesn't go very many places.
It took him like 4 days to get to that creek, and then it took him like a half hour to get back to where he was.
Half a night to run. Yeah. Well, yeah, you could see where he was going.
Oh yeah. There you
Spoilers.
go. Spoilers. Yeah. No, great performances. Really.
Yeah.
All around, dude. Ben Kingsley is very impressive as Bagheera. Bagheera was my favorite in the original film, and he is much cooler in this than he was in the original story.
I'll say the standout performances to me were were Bill Murray caring.
Yeah,
he was into it,
it's been so long.
Yeah, he wasn't phoning it in, so he did a very good job.
He was amazing in the movie. I really liked that.
And the kid, I don't know his name, unfortunately.
I don't either. It's the first movie.
Yeah, and introducing.
Yeah, Mowgli was very cool.
Very good job. Fucking played it. Felt like a kid.
Yeah.
And also just played it so like, yeah, I'm in the jungle and I talk to animals.
Yeah, well, and
this is what
like we were talking about it, how amazing it is because all the animals are animated.
Yes.
There's not a single real animal here. And you never really I think there may have been a couple scenes, but he is so good at meeting his mark where like when the puppies, the
Yes.
cubs are climbing all over him and stuff, he's moving his arm and stuff. And it's like, I don't know how they got him to do that so well because it looks like they're actually climbing all over him.
It looks
and
like they
stuff.
pushed his arm up and got underneath it. And
Yeah,
stuff. And
yeah.
It's like much better actors have trouble. Seasoned actors have trouble with performing with nothing there. And this kid, Ewan McGregor. Well, because they didn't. Here's the thing: in this movie, they may have had an idea and a better director.
Yeah.
Telling them like exactly envisioning what's going to be there and explaining it better. They probably told Ewan McGregor in this, if you've seen Red Letter Media's thing, there's going to be a guy here and he's really scary. But then he's like, okay, and then they animate it and he's spinning 7 lightsabers around, and Ewan McGregor just stands there and doesn't flinch. And if he's dumb, so this kid, and I'm sure it's the direction and previs and all that stuff. Yeah, he did such a great job with not actually, with being a child actor and brand new without actually having things to interact with. Never once felt like he didn't know what was going on. It felt like there was substance there. He was talking to something.
Yeah.
It affected him when it hit him. Like, it was amazing.
I was very intimidated by Shere Khan.
Shere Khan was good.
Dude, just that one scene where he comes back to talk to the wolf pack.
Yeah.
And just walks up the mountain and just kind of and lays down like I'm going to kill you. You know? It's just
I'm here.
I'm here. It's just so dude, and it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
I liked the angle they took with King Louis of him being more of a Jabba the Hutt gangster type. I really liked that.
But then stick with it.
Yeah. There's 2 songs from the original film that show up in the movie. Bare Necessities has a lead into it because Bill Murray's constantly Baloo. Is constantly he's humming it. At one point, he's actually singing bits of it to himself. He's just bare necessities.
Yeah,
and then it leads into a montage of Mowgli helping Baloo out,
and hanging out, being bros.
It's them being bros, and it felt a little more organic, like the song befit the scene. Christopher Walken and King Louis just. At one point, he's talking, and then he's singing all of a sudden.
And then he's singing. And what's weird is that he basically wanted to be... the only reason he wanted something from the humans was to be a scumbag and rule the fucking jungle.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, no, he wants to be a human. Like his whole lead-in was just like, I'm a gangster.
Yeah.
This is I've got muscle. All these monkeys do what I tell them.
Yeah. We'll protect the shit out of you.
We'll protect you, bro. You just got to do something for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden he starts singing the song.
On this the day of my daughter's wedding.
Yeah. Then he just he's and you're right. It's talking, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. Or he's singing lyrics now.
He's singing now.
Yeah. And that was so out of place.
Yeah. Didn't work for me, dude.
No.
Didn't work. It worked, and then he started singing, and it's just fell apart for me. And I was just like, and it's funny because like it's not because of the song.
No.
It's that it didn't make sense.
No, it didn't. It wasn't set up like if that was like if he sang it his second encounter with Louis, and like you got that Louis like he's in the temple because he wants to be a person, and like I can't remember exactly how it worked in the cartoon.
He just wanted fire because he wanted to be like man. He wanted to know how to do. He wanted to know how to make fire. There was no like I'm gonna rule this bitch. Yeah, you know it was. He just wanted to have a. And he was just explaining to him like I'm pretty much human or whatever. Like I just need one more thing. Like But no, he was doing typical monkey stuff, and then randomly was like I want fire because I'm a badass. Yeah, and then just started singing. Yeah, it's just. The Louis part didn't work. For me.
It didn't last long.
No, it's very brief, but he almost felt shoehorned into the story. Yeah,
the story was
because it was very last.
The story
minute.
Was going somewhere, and then this was just like an interruption until the climax.
Exactly. They're just like, well, we can't wrap it up yet. We haven't gotten to Louis. Yeah. Oh fuck.
I guess it was. The purpose of it was to introduce. Give the idea of the fire to Mowgli. I'm spoiling a bit. Yeah, and at the same time, getting Bagheera and Baloo time to bond, I guess, to form a little bit of a relationship there. Yeah.
Well, and do the big reveal of what had been going on during Mowgli's journey. Yes. Still, it's
you're right. And King Louis gave him some information.
Yeah, exposition. Yeah. But nothing scared the shit out of me like Ka, though. Like, you saw me. You and your girlfriend had a good fucking laugh at my expense. Because I was like, no.
Big scary snake, no.
Big scary snake. She's doing the hypnotize. Yeah. And you go into this flashback. And then it comes out, and she's just, like, right in front of him.
He wrapped him
up. And just, like, wrapped the kid up. And I was just... And his mouth... And I'm like, ah! No, dude. Fuck that part, man.
Yeah, the scary snake.
And I liked what they did with her, though, where the voice was coming from all directions. Yes. He's in this very shadowy bog swamp kind of area, and just you see bits of Ka all over the place. And it was very ominous. It was very cool. Very, very cool.
Just all around. All great performances, great animation. And yeah, it stands on its own, like...
As its own flick, yeah, for sure. Once again, dude, Mowgli, very impressed with him. He wasn't movie kid cute. He was just like a cute kid. Yeah, like it made me think a lot of the Stranger Things kids. Yeah, where they're just kids.
Yes, I agree.
Very cool movie. Recommend it.
I would recommend it as well.
If you haven't seen it.
I was a hater. I proclaimed that I was dumb and that it was good. So
makes me interested in seeing maybe the other ones a little bit.
Yeah, right? I
There's
forgot.
Pete's Dragon,
I was gonna say,
and
I forgot.
Beauty and the Beast is coming up.
Yeah. I'm sure I'm going to have to see Beauty and the Beast, but Pete's Dragon, I don't know, maybe.
It's got Carl Urban.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah, well, I'll give it a look. I get it, Disney, live action, everything.
I know, it is a little... I agree with you on that, where it's just like, guys, come on. Yeah. Like, you got J.J. Abrams. You got that Marvel studio. You guys can make new ones.
God.
Make something new.
I'm thinking back, and I'm like, fucking A, Disney, whatever.
Yeah.
This one was good, so I guess I can give some of the other ones a shot. All right, Josh.
Moving on.
Moving right along to the next movie. that we watched. Because I really want to talk about it because it's one of my favorites.
It should be.
Yes.
Very, very
We are
good.
talking about Hunt for the Wilderpeople, directed by...
Taika Waititi. I just love saying that guy's name, dude.
New Zealand filmmaker from, What We Do in the New Zealand, What We Do in the Shadows,
Flight of the Conchords?
Flight of the Conchords, Eagle versus Shark.
Eagle versus Shark. Yeah.
What's weird is I liked Eagle versus Shark.
I did too.
Knowing how dumb it was and how pointless.
Well, the end was so crap
Yeah.
that it just kind of wrecked the rest of the movie for me. Because I was with it for the whole movie.
Yeah, it just had this quirky, meandering
It's that
indie thing going on.
I think they call it mumblecore, where there's not a lot of story and nothing happens at the end.
Yeah. But other than that, I really liked elements of it. And New Zealand's beautiful, and this...
Oh, yeah, you really get to... Not since Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and
have you really got to appreciate the landscape of New Zealand.
This movie really took advantage of that.
Dude.
In a larger budget, because, there's some great helicopter shots.
Great helicopter shots.
Some amazing time lapses.
Dude, they were crazy because it didn't look like time lapse.
The way they did it was weird. I still haven't figured out what was going on.
Yeah.
Like, I can't...
You're talking about the sunset one, where the clouds are moving in slowly, but you don't really see the clouds, like, choppy moving like they would.
Like the kid's asleep, and then it's like, whoop, and it's daytime, but, like, the mist that was there stays there.
Yeah.
I don't know if, like, maybe that's just how mist in New Zealand works, or what. Like, it was time-lapse, but not. It was strange.
Yeah.
So...
I really liked the...
and things weren't jittery, like, with time-lapse. It's really strange.
I liked I don't know what the mosaic shots.
Yeah.
Where he's off in the background and then he's in the foreground while he's over here doing stuff in the background, and and it's all the kid. Like, let's say it's the kid. Oh, then they did it again with the kid and Sam Neill.
Yes.
And it was they'd be over here, but they're at the front of the camera looking at the map or whatever.
So beautiful shots, beautiful use of that landscape. But I guess we'll go into what the movie is actually about.
Yeah.
It's mostly the kid. Another kid, child actor. We can't fucking know the name.
Ricky Baker.
Ricky Baker.
Ricky Baker.
And Sam Neill. That's them through most of the movie, and they're out in the New Zealand bush, and they're on the run.
Yeah, they're on the run for reasons.
For reasons that could have easily been explained, but that they fuck up and make a serious mess.
Make things even worse. I don't know who plays the child services worker, but she is a fucking treasure, man. I loved her. She is so fucking funny to me, dude.
Yeah, her and the
she's like an American parody, I guess, is what she would be. It's kind of like dipping into Hot Fuzz territory with her.
Well, yes, dipping into Hot Fuzz for sure with her character, and the movie feels very Edgar Wright.
We were talking about that, how it's very that motion comedy.
Yes,
it's a lot of things going on. How he gets there and everything.
It's a very comical movie.
He's running away.
Yeah, it's a very comical movie, and it's done through movie making and storytelling, not just like edited together improv.
Yeah.
With a montage here and there.
Yeah, they didn't just cut and paste the John Hughes.
Exactly. So he's dropped off by, like you said, the child services lady and a cop who are come back over and over and over throughout the movie.
Yeah, they're the recurring villains of the
dropped
story.
off who you're supposed to believe are his aunt and uncle because he's been in foster services.
Yeah.
And he's like a bad kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because he spits.
He spits and he lights things on fire.
He lights things on fire. He kicks. He yells. He uses curse words and graffitis.
But they're in the middle of nowhere.
And that's just the short list.
They're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, they're like right in the foothills.
So, it's just normal stuff. He wants to run away, be a bad kid.
The lady who plays the aunt is great, too.
Yeah, but she's just persistent and super nice.
Yeah, she's like genuinely cool.
He comes around and fucking, he's just like super into it. He has a family now. It's awesome.
He's got this water bottle that I guess she leaves him every night to warm up the bed and everything, and it becomes like a teddy bear to him almost. It's kind of touching.
Yeah, and it's really nice. It really fleshes out the characters in a short amount of time and gives them a little bit of humanity, I guess.
Sam Neill is amazing in the movie as the cranky old dick. he's fantastic, and you watch him soften up throughout the story, and it's just great because he never really does soften up. He just tolerates the kid now.
Yeah, things happen. Fucking the kid goes into the woods or into the bush. Sorry, It's not the woods, not the jungle. It's the bush.
It's the bush.
Goes into the bush. Samuel goes and finds him, and something happens, and they're stuck there.
Yeah,
but they wait it out, and they're going back, and people think,
and they find out that
he's been kidnapped.
That he's been kidnapped in an angry fit by Sam Neill's character.
Yes,
because he is a man of a little bit of ill repute. I would say.
He's got a little bit of a criminal history.
Yeah.
He's a cranky old man, but he's a good guy. But
yeah, they're hermits. Like him and the wife are hermits.
Yes. So they find out that shit's gone wrong, and they're going to go explain themselves.
Yeah.
But then they
run across these hunters, these young hunters, and they're just the worst. They're just douchebags.
They're like, "Oh, we caught you. You're probably a pervert."
You're a pervert. And he gets really mad when they call him a pervert.
So
and it doesn't help that the kid is trying to explain things and is explaining just go see the movie.
You just have to watch. Let's not spoil that. But basically,
I don't want to spoil
things get a little out of hand. There's a little bit of a misunderstanding, and then they just decide, screw it, let's go on the run.
Yeah, there's a misunderstanding. They're already like, whatever, we're just going to live out here now. And the problem is the misunderstandings and the fact that the child services worker is completely insane. No child left behind. No child left behind. You'll know what it means.
So that's pretty much the story. They want to find him. They're out in the bush.
Yeah.
It's super good performances.
The kid is great. Given the type of kid he's supposed to be, he doesn't act that way.
No, he's not obnoxious.
No.
You think that he's going to be like a Jamie Kennedy in Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
But he's just a normal kid who dresses that way.
Yeah.
And then sometimes says shit.
Well, do they call him Chavs?
I don't know what they. I don't know. I don't think so.
I know they call them that in England.
Yeah, I think that they're just assholes.
They're just they're just dickheads.
But yeah,
he names his dog Tupac.
He just constantly says that he's a gangster.
Yeah,
but he never does anything annoying. He doesn't talk dumb.
He doesn't. He's not throwing up West Side.
Yeah,
saying dumb shit.
He's just a normal kid who occasionally says dumb shit.
That Jamie Kennedy reference is really good.
And calls his dog Tupac. That's the extent of him being annoying.
Yeah, every now and then he'll get a little dumb, but Sam Neill just checks him, and it's super funny.
The performances are great. The comedy is great. It's a very funny movie, and it's very much
from the beginning, from the start. The movie's super funny.
But it still has some weight, but it never gets bogged down in it. And emotional weight is what I mean. And fucking, it's not like the kid's fat.
Not because the kid's fat, yeah.
But all of the comedy is filmmaking.
Yeah.
It's a comedy film.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. And that's what's good is it's a funny story that also is very heartwarming.
Yes.
A lot of those movies don't happen very much anymore because they go too far one or the other way.
It doesn't get weighed down and shit. Yeah, for sure. It changes up when you think so they're just out in the wilderness.
Yeah.
For that amount of time.
Yeah.
It's
always interesting. That was one thing I liked about the movie too was the little bits where you found out how long they'd been out there.
Yes,
that was always really cool to me.
Yeah. So I mean,
Rhys Darby shows up, of course, and he's fucking fantastic. He's hysterical as always. But no, dude, it's just it makes me interested to see how he's going to handle a comic book film because he's doing Thor Ragnarok as we speak.
Yeah.
Makes me interested to see how he's going to handle something like that coming from mostly comedy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind, the Community guys, they fucking delivered the two best Captain America movies.
Yes.
But the two best out of the three.
Out of the three.
Two best Marvel movies, we'll say that.
Yeah.
No. debatable. But
Fair enough. That's for a different day.
yeah, that's a different day.
That actually might just be a video all on its own.
Yeah, we might actually do a video of that one we were talking about. Yeah, anyway, no, dude.
Yeah, we don't want to talk too much about it because honestly, you have to see it.
You have to see that movie.
And
it's so
you don't want
good.
to spoil jokes and you don't want to spoil story elements. So.
Exactly. No, we've given you the bare bones.
Yeah.
Go forth, young man.
Yeah, you can
Or
find
woman.
Yeah, you can find it for sale. So it's on
Yeah.
iTunes, I think. I think it was on iTunes exclusively for a while.
Yeah.
But it should be out on most platforms now.
I think it is. I think it's on. I know it's on Verizon right now.
Yeah.
It's coming to Verizon.
Perfect. That is definitely one you have to go see.
Yeah.
So
Coming off of that,
Yeah.
if you don't mind me
No.
getting
It's
a
fine.
little one in here.
No, it's good
Speaking
enough.
of kids and movies and stuff, I watched Room.
Okay.
I forgot to bring that up. That's what I
Yes.
was talking about earlier.
Yeah, I know,
Was
I figured.
watching Room. I fucking hate that kid. He almost ruins that whole movie for
Really?
me. Dude, he's fucking terrible. It's I don't know if it's his natural voice or if they told him to fucking kick it up a notch, but he's just, "Oh, Mom, I want to go to Room." No. And he's always yelling. I just fucking hate that kid.
I've seen little bits and pieces. I think from the Oscars when he was
Yeah.
when I don't want to listen to that story, and I was like, oh shit,
Yeah,
that sounds super
fucking
annoying.
sucks. For the whole first half of the movie, I want to say.
Yeah,
He gets better as the movie goes along, but the one that really impressed me, and I honestly have not been a huge fan, is Brie Larson. I
Larson,
kept wanting to say
yes.
Allison Brie. Brie Larson. I'm not a big fan.
she hasn't
But-
done a lot, but yeah,
Yeah, but just what I've seen her in, I haven't really noticed or paid attention, I guess.
yeah,
But I was really impressed by her in this movie. She was very, 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 very good.
best actress.
Did she win?
Yes,
Oh, dude, deserved.
yeah,
Totally deserved. It's an interesting story because so often you see the other side of this story.
yeah,
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
where this story really starts is where those movies usually end.
yes,
And that's where this movie begins. And it's a great story. Be prepared to be depressed.
yeah. Of course, comes with the subject matter.
It's not a fun movie.
No.
It gets fun towards the end. I take it back. Towards the end of the movie, like it gets fun. It gets
Yeah.
real good. You start feeling a little hopeful.
Yeah,
But nothing in but on that note, nothing in it feels contrived. Nothing in it feels overblown. Like they really want you to feel super duper bad.
yeah. They
It
don't go
all-
2020 with it. They just
Yeah.
go like decent story.
Exactly. It all makes sense. It all feels natural. Yeah, man, it's really good. It was a really good movie. Aside from that fucking kid, fucking hate that kid.
Yeah, I have it, so I just have not watched
Yeah,
it yet.
give it a look,
So
dude,
I'll
for
definitely
sure.
watch it one of these nights. Now that we've started making some serious headway into the backlog.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, is there anything else you can think of?
I don't know, you want to sit and chill for a bit?
you want to sit and
We
chill?
can talk about cups and tea again.
You know what I want to talk about, Josh?
Oh no!
I want to talk about World of Warcraft.
Of course you did.
No, I really don't. There's not a lot.
I've been playing StarCraft.
There's not a lot to say. I like it, and it's been fun.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's World of Warcraft.
It is what it is. I think we went into it on one podcast.
Yeah,
already.
no, we did. What else been going on?
School.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
We got nothing.
Yeah.
We got nothing.
This is about it.
Well, Josh,
We'll see you when we see you.
we'll be back. We'll be back with some more content. Fucking, we got backlogged. We got work to do.
Yeah, we got work done. We're almost done with some things, but it's just it's hard for kids out there.
It's a busy time, but we wanted to get this podcast out because we've seen some movies.
Yeah, we actually have something to talk about.
There's movies coming up, so we don't want to.
It's going to be exciting.
We want to get these feelings out.
Jack Reacher's coming.
Oh my God, Jack
Can't
Reacher 2
wait,
is coming.
dude. I can't wait.
I know.
It's
I
going
know.
to be so crap.
I can't wait either. It's so dumb.
It's so
She was
good.
framed. They killed my team. This is one of our own. This is way deeper. We need Jack Reacher. And he's just like, I've got this.
I got this.
Kobe Smulders, you don't have to worry, girl.
Don't worry, Maria Hill. Fucking Agent Hunt is on the case. Dude, are they gonna do any more Mission Impossibles? Do you know? Speaking of,
who knows? It feels like the one comes out, everybody goes, "Wow, that was really good," and then all of a sudden it's like, "Oh yeah, we're making another one." Everybody's like, "Yeah!" But there's never like hype around.
No,
it.
they just kind of see. Like I totally forgot Rogue Nation was coming out. When it came
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
And it was all right. It wasn't as good, but I thought it was. Cool.
I really liked it.
I thought, yeah,
I really liked it, Josh.
I liked it. I liked it more.
I thought it was pretty amazing.
It was all right.
Oh, there's one thing I want to talk about. The Passengers trailer.
Oh yeah, you were.
I have some questions.
It's so good that they're so attractive.
Leave them in
wake up together.
leave it in the comments. On the reel, I guess I'll just start. It looks good, and I will watch it. But
It looks really good.
I'm kind of like, it's very convenient that two very, very attractive people woke up early, and it wasn't like Jennifer Lawrence and Macaulay Culkin. I feel like that story would be
Steve Buscemi and Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the story would have been a little bit different. Also, how far in the future is it? Other than they slept 10 years? It's at least 10 years in the future.
Yeah. It could be like the movie Pandorum, where you don't really. If I remember right, you don't.
You probably
know
don't know, but they have like Iron Man tech and stuff.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm asking is because like music videos are a lost art now. Like
they still do the VMAs.
I find it hard that she's seen that Whitesnake video.
Man, maybe she was just overcome with passion and had to crawl up on the table to get some of that Chris Pratt ass.
Those are the only two questions that I have. Other than that, I think it looks pretty good.
I think it looks really cool. Also, there's random shots of Lawrence Fishburne, and I was like, where the fuck is he?
Yeah, maybe he's on Earth.
And it also has that guy from Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
I can't fucking think of his name.
Neither
I keep
can
wanting
I.
to say Tom Middleditch, and that's not his name.
Thomas Middleditch.
Thomas Hiddleston.
So yeah, that looks good. But those are my two concerns. That I don't think either it's a coincidence or she's seen Whitesnake, and that's weird. And also, it is a good thing that they're both very good looking.
It's very
because
good
otherwise we wouldn't get the romantic element.
Can you imagine how fucking? Oh, what are you doing? Oh, oh okay.
I'll send her my robot.
I'll send her my robot. He's gonna be sweet. She said yes.
She probably would.
Why not? I'm bored.
No, she wouldn't. Jennifer Lawrence is a terrible person.
Is she?
I don't know. She's very bitter, I think, after the whole incident.
Well, fucking delete your naked pictures.
Do you really need all of those pictures of your butthole on the cloud? Like, send them, delete them.
Maybe she's very proud of her butthole.
Send them, delete them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I gotta say.
Exactly.
I don't know. She's like Hollywood royalty.
I know she got really mad at that one guy.
Yeah, she's
for being on his phone.
Yeah, she's like
She
Hollywood.
really hates cell phones.
She's like Hollywood royalty, so she thinks she's so cool. So I'm sure
she ain't got time for X-Men
I'm sure
movies.
she sucks, but Jesus, smoking hot, and she's a pretty good actress. So
She's a very good actress.
She's in one of my favorite movies, and she's one of the best parts.
Yeah.
Silver Linings Playbook. Oh, there's some trivia for y'all.
What's Ryan's favorite movie? Silver Linings Playbook.
Not one of my favorites. You go ahead and you figure out where it lands on the chart.
1 down, 5 to go.
Everybody got a top 5 list. Yeah. Check my flick chart. It's probably Green Mile and Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Because flick chart was
the worst.
It was so bad. And like you're just like, fuck, this isn't my favorite movie, but they kept putting it up against the worst movies ever. So I've upvoted it like 50 times, and now it thinks it's my favorite movie.
Of course, my favorite movie is Under Siege when you put it up against 9 Lives. You're putting it up against Beethoven's Second. Of course, I'm going to love fucking best.
Yeah, so either you have to do it for your whole life, and then maybe it'll be reflective, or just you're fucked.
Let's see, what was mine when we left?
Dude, I swear to God, it was like I think it was. I couldn't remember mine, but I remember yours specifically. It was like you loved Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire and Green Mile.
Oh yeah, those were my favorite. Yeah, it was like favorite movie, and I was like, this is bullshit.
You kept putting it up against Wild Wild West.
Exactly.
And Men in
you
Black
put it up
too.
against Daddy Daycare. Of course, I love it.
All right, Josh.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be it for this episode. You can find the Mighty Fish podcast at every big podcasting place, iTunes, all the rest. We're on SoundCloud.
We're everywhere.
We're on the YouTube, Mighty Fish Productions. That is where you can find our skits, our upcoming shows, and skits, upcoming shows, etc., as well as all of our podcasts. You can look forward to, because you've been looking forward to it so long already, Classic Catch-Up, a new skit, and probably a summer retrospective, which is going to mostly include Marvel because we've been pretty rough on DC, and it's Marvel's time.
It's time we pick on Marvel for a bit.
So look forward to that. I have been Ryan.
I am still Josh.
And we will see you at another time.